And thousands flood the streets of Seattle for a march against police brutality and institutional racism.
We're here to fix a broken system.
But we begin tonight with that big win for protesters. Today, a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order on police. No tear gas, no pepper spray. Protesters successfully argued that those tactics violate their Fourth Amendment rights. Camera 7's Jessica O kicks off our team coverage tonight. And Jessica, you spoke with protesters about that decision.
Yeah, Monique, and they're really relieved to know that they can now protest without having to worry about things like tear gas. Important to know that this is only a temporary restraining order, only goes for the next 14 days. But tonight, the ACLU told us why this is still a big win for the movement.
He made absolutely clear that something needs to change.
A federal judge saw the heated videos and images playing out in Seattle and says police likely violated protesters' rights by using certain chemical agents and projectiles. Molly Tax, the ACLU attorney representing Black Lives Matter.
These kind of police tactics have really chilled people from exercising their fundamental constitutional right to free speech.
Certain tactics used by Seattle officers have garnered controversy.
There's no call for it.
Despite officers saying they were threatened.
It was almost completely peaceful protests. There was no need for all of the chemical weapons, all of the projectiles.
I've been hit with a projectile just on Monday when we were protesting.
Jason Fuhr's son was killed by Seattle police in April while holding his baby in his arms.
And was shot in the head with an AR-15. My granddaughter was soaked in his blood.
He's relieved protesters don't have to worry about things like tear gas for now, but say the fight can't end here.
That's great and it's all mine, but there's so much more that could be done. It's so much more.
Yeah, I think that's a great start, but they could do a lot better than just saying that pepper spray is done.
And Seattle police say more than a dozen of their officers had been injured in standoffs over the past week. Important to note that Seattle police officers are still allowed to use tactics like tear gas, but they must be targeted at an individual and not an entire crowd. Live on Capitol Hill tonight, I'm Jessica O, Cairo 7 News.